Hey there, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Fowl Territory 262. I am your cordial host, Gizzard Gary. So welcome one and all to the show. It is Friday, of course, May the 3rd, 2024. So yes, this is the show. Let's see who we've got out there to say hello to this evening. The first one in is Krabby Turtle, followed by Chris Wedgeworth. Ron Wayne is out there. Ron 2A Matters in the audience. Excuse me. Rich White out there and in here. Justin Grimm out there and in here. Obnoxious One out there and in here. And believe it or not, 2 Live Moo out there and in here. Weston Probst is out there, followed by Manny Wayne. Alaska 1, Andy is out there. And we have Dale Pogue. And we have Misty, Mrs. Wayne out there. Ron Wayne may have said, if I say you twice, that means I just like you so much, wanted to say hi twice. Art and Daughters is out there. C4 Defense out there and in here. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy is out there. Hillbilly Up out there and in here. And I think I got everybody. So I need to go ahead and start tonight's banner. So we do have a panel this evening, so let's meet today's panel. And here they are. All right, so first one up to bat here is my co-host with the co-most. He comes to us from the state of North Carolina. And he is, of course, the sunshine that brightens our day. He is.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you betcha. He is the oracle of knowledge, the voice of reason, and the man of orange. Let's welcome Obnoxious One.
Yo, happy to be here. Excited to talk about this subject that we didn't get an email prep on, so I don't really know what the subject is for tonight.
Okay. Well, then it'll be a surprise, won't it?
I don't know what it is either. I thought we were going to have an email.
Oh, it's been a few weeks since I've done that. Anyway, let's thank you for being here. Let's go to our next panelist, who comes to us from high on a mountaintop of West Virginia. Of course, he is the host of This Week Unloaded on the Unloaded Media channel, and he is Rich White.
Hello.
Hello. All right. We go down to the second row, and this next panelist comes to us from the state of Michigan. He is, of course, the fine bovine. Let's welcome 2 Live Moo.
Hey, Gary. Hey, panel, and everybody out there in the side chat. Good evening.
Hey. All right, Chris from the 740 is out there in the audience. Hello, Chris. All right, so my next panelist comes to us from the more and more likely to be a real state every week, the state of Iowa. So let's welcome who's getting to be an old veteran at this now, Justin Grimm.
Howdy, Gizzard. Thanks for having me on tonight. Looks like the side chat's starting to rock and roll a little over there.
It is. All right. So I see Boomstick Revenge is out there. My next panelist, he comes from the Show Me state, the state of misery, I believe they call it. He is the host of the Saturday Night Guns, Beer, and Therapy podcast. Also hosted a special live stream last night for Thunder on the Prairie. Let's welcome Hillbilly up.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for having me here. Appreciate you. Yeah, definitely the state of misery if you have to drink a hard seltzer.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Oh man, thanks for having me. A great side chat out there, man. Awesome panel too. Appreciate you, brother.
Oh, well. Yeah, thanks for being here. We have one more panelist. We have a second person here from North Carolina to complete the set. Well, we're still one hen short, but that's okay. Anyway, this is our man from law enforcement. He's going to see you at the range. Let's say hello to Sarge at C4 Defense.
Hello. And I just might see you at the range. You just never know.
You just might. Sooner than later, yeah. We still don't know where, quote unquote, the gun snob is.
He said he'd be here in a minute.
Yeah, he says that.
We need to find obnoxious.
Somebody just joined the panel. So we have another panelist, and this panelist comes to us from the state of Ohio. So let's give a big OH to Jason Stewart.
Hi, Gizzard. Good to see you. How y'all doing tonight? And
Man, couldn't be better, I tell you what. Oh my gosh, look at that. I don't know if Jason saw that or not yet.
oh, that's Blue Moo. That's BLEW Moo.
BL.
Yeah, I always wondered why people from Iowa don't yell IO at each other, you know? Maybe because they all know how to spell Iowa.
Maybe you can start that.
IO.
It's like a secret club thing here for the cool people.
Well, then you'd have the Utah people joining in too.
Probably because is every letter just one syllable in Ohio? Yeah. Yeah, and in Iowa, you got the W that throw it all off.
Well, Utah would work, wouldn't it?
I guess. But nobody wondered why they didn't do it.
Yeah, because there's never anybody from Utah here.
They just yell Utes all the time anyway.
The two Utes.
What are Utes?
What exactly is a grit?
The laws of physics cease to exist on your stove.
The two Utes?
We have chat.
Dead on balls accurate.
That's right.
It's an industry term.
Yeah, it's an industry term.
G-Web says Dead Horse is in Utah. However, I haven't seen Dead Horse in here in, at least 3 years?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Maybe tonight's
anyway,
the night.
Tonight's the night. Or maybe he changed his name and he's been in here and we just didn't know. Say hi to Chad Kelly out there in the chat. We have 22 people out there. We do have the hashtag for the giveaway. That is hashtag FT262. Pound sign FT, Fowl Territory 262.
It's a little known fact. The more you type it in, the more entries you get.
That's true. Ron Wayne says, now I want some grits. Yeah, you better believe it. All right, so what's going on? What's going on in the news?
Grits or like real grits?
You got to have homemade grits. Can't have no instant grits.
Them's how many grits?
Peas and hominy.
Fun fact, I have 2 millstones in the yard from where they used to grind up corn years
Oh,
ago.
those are cool. How big are they?
Probably 4 feet across.
3-4 feet? Yeah.
Probably 4 feet. They're gigantic.
Those are collectible for sure.
They are.
Yeah.
They're historic and local to the area.
Yeah, my mother-in-law has a couple of them that line the inside of her garden fence that she has as decorations with her garden.
Ron Wayne says, no self-respecting Southerner uses instant grits.
That's a good quote.
But is it true?
Kiss my grid.
I don't think it is. I never saw a self-respecting Southerner.
Oh.
Easy.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Yep.
Next thing you know,
wait.
somebody's going to say something about Georgia football. No, wait, never mind.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, roll Tide.
Them ancient folks should have ordered better machines from Amazon, G-Web says. Yeah, they should have. I don't think they had free shipping back then.
All right. Explain something to me. Speaking
Okay.
of ancient folks and ancient times, how come, like, in documented history, those pyramids have been there in Egypt and they're a modern marvel, but yet they haven't done anything in the last couple thousand years after that? How did this occur?
It seems to me they would be an ancient marvel, not a modern marvel.
We were talking about ancient stuff.
Yeah, well, you said they're
What do you
modern.
mean?
They call them a modern marvel.
No,
was
I said
agreeing with
in
you.
modern documented times, they've always been there.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And
Like,
you
how did we
I never
lose the
said they were a
knowledge
modern
or something?
marvel.
Oh, you said somebody said they did. Yes, I thought you did.
No, but they've always been there. So
Yeah.
they've, who knows when they were created, but, well, I guess we do know when they're created. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, how come they haven't done anything like that since?
Because if you had to
Why?
hire 10,000 people to build a pyramid now, you'd have to pay them all $15 an hour, and it just
Well, they did
But
build
they-
the pyramid. They did build one out in Vegas out of glass.
wow.
But I mean, with all the oil money, that wouldn't cost anything to do that.
It's
Not
because
now,
they
no.
lost
How come?
the knowledge was lost. The culture and the religion of the pharaohs and the ancients is lost. It's been hidden from the rest of us for history, and it's totally lost. We don't know the answer.
Yeah,
Now,
They're
I
gone.
was
Exactly.
alive. I was alive in the 80s. I saw
you were alive before the
I,
pyramids were built.
I saw him walk like an Egyptian, you know. They hadn't lost all that knowledge, you know. Steve Martin back in the 70s with King Tut and stuff. The knowledge is still there, folks. Come on.
Gizzard
Oh, yeah.
remembers before the pyramids were built.
And to say that the knowledge was completely lost isn't completely accurate, because all you gotta do is fill in the steps on the ones down in Mexico and Guatemala, and you got a triangular pyramid just like what the Egyptians built.
G-Web says, because it takes an absolute leader with all ownership of every resource and a lot of slaves.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
Some
probably true.
aliens.
Well, and now the new theory is that they didn't actually use slaves to build the pyramids. They used the slaves to grow the grain and everything that the workers who are building the pyramids ate. They found new evidence. This was a few years ago that suggests that they didn't trust the slaves to build the pyramids correctly because they were a religious thing and honoring the pharaohs.
So we have another panelist here. And with the subtitle of Professional Mumble Mouth, we have the Gun Slob.
I bet he has a northern accent.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got the wrong picture on here. Hold on a second.
Just over the Mason-Dixon line.
You said what about Dick's Online?
Yep.
That's what I heard too. Artak and Daughter said history didn't start until 1776. Everything before that don't matter.
There you go.
G-Web says Biden's new economy will build pyramids of gold. Now that there,
in Ukraine.
For the
Uh-huh.
Bidens. He forgot to finish that.
What's up with all the protests?
I don't
Protest
know.
and schmotest.
More like
Did you see
golden
the-
outhouses.
Did you see the one protest where the Georgia Highway Patrol got called in to take them down?
Yep.
Carried him out.
Carried him out like a child.
Them
Yeah.
dudes they were tackling people. It was like goddamn lineman practice.
And
That
then
was
Did you see the one where they cut up garbage cans to use for shields and got laid out?
no.
the
Mm.
one for Emory University, she's a professor, she just smacked the top
Yeah,
in the head.
They cut up the like the round Rubbermaid big garbage cans
hmm
to make shields out of them, and like
That's
they're
a
riot
bad plan.
shields.
That's a
And
bad
then
plan.
and then went running at the guys with the actual riot shields.
Oh, Jesus.
That sounds like a great idea.
What's funny is when they set up that line, when they teach you in riot training, when they get together and put all the shields together, if you get like close to like one of the real agitators, someone reaches through the shields and just snatches them
Yeah.
back behind the shields. They're just like, they're just gone.
I was kind of proud of how they handled it around here. It was a week or so ago, and they protested here at Ohio State the one day, and they were told they weren't allowed to, and they came in, rounded them up, arrested them, got rid of them. We're done with this one day. Nothing happened. But the
They
news
understand a
tried
hard
to
no.
the news tried to egg it on for a couple days, and a lot of the people that were arrested and charged, they were on news. They went before the city council and just went totally woke, leftist, whatever else you want to add to the this Israel and Palestine Hamas stuff. They were just so totally just not with it, just crying. They were arrested, charged with trespassing, and released out of jail to go home. And you act like you put them through suffering for thousands of years. They
Did they
wouldn't
have
wish
any
it
right
on
to be
their
on
worst
that campus?
enemy. They went crazy. Their city council demanding their charges be dropped against them, and they're demanding that our university not do any business with Israel or Jews or anything. And like the city council people was like, well, we hear you, but this is not. We don't have any power to affect that. This is not where you plead your case. Tell it to the judge,
down
and
the
then
road.
told him, by the way, that's a state-funded university, and it's against the law for them to discriminate against people of Jewish faith. Goodbye.
Did you see where a report where one of the protesters rather was questioning the mayor of Washington D.C. whether he's going to sign off on the bill that the legislature there passed, or city council, about sending a letter to Israel telling them they have to get out of Palestine. And he basically, in very polite words, told them to pound sand and walked away from them.
You see where the ones at Columbia University, like 90% of them weren't even students.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that.
Goddamn hostile takeover. That one's like,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
this
that
is a
is.
problem.
What I don't understand is how the Rainbow Mafia got hooked up with Muslims. I
It's
don't.
because
Stupidity,
it
that's
was
how.
the controversial topic of the day.
I don't understand that, because they're advocating for people who would actually kill them.
Yes,
Yes.
I know. I would love to see some of them go over to Palestine and see what happens.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's
It
kind of
would be
what I was
horrible.
getting. How I was getting at, trying to describe the people here. I guess I should have used the word misguided. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I wish it on them, Sarge. I'm saying all I'm saying is maybe then they learn their lesson about who they're
Well,
There wouldn't be
supporting.
any more lessons to learn.
Yeah,
The rest of them,
that's when it's going to
see
stick with them the rest of their life.
Well,
Yeah,
not them
so-
in particular, but the other ones that it'll be an object lesson for the rest of them that are.
I
supporting
just don't understand how those two groups
They
came
picked a group to tag on the
together.
coattails of that wants them eliminated.
Yes.
That's because the Muslims will tell you one thing to your face while practicing something else.
The enemy of your enemy is your friend. I think that's kind of how they think.
That is not always true.
Oh, it's almost never true. But that's what I'm
No.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just, it's the same shit that's been happening for millions of years. Well, not millions of years, but, probably millions of years. Where it's like, oh, we're going to arm these people. The next thing you know, we're fighting against their own weapons and stuff. Just like the Afghans and the Russians. And
this isn't even
those
like,
idiots. Yeah.
this isn't even like, Yehuda is always talking about how he doesn't understand why Jews don't have a better firearm culture. This isn't even that. This is people want to kill you for who you are, and you're advocating for them.
Yeah.
This isn't I don't understand after what you went through why you don't have a better firearm culture. This is you're advocating for people that want to kill you.
They want them to not exist.
It's just
They want
like
them
all
to. They want to get rid of every one of them.
Oklahoma's a
Artificial intelligence.
he hates on it.
It probably would have been funnier if you hadn't roboted while you were doing it.
How come
Sons
when
of bitches.
Obi talks, I can hear him in the background?
Oklahoma's got the bad Wi-Fi's.
That's true. So Bubba says, "Enemy of my enemy is my friend." That's a proverb by an Arab man who was killed by those closest to him. Just saying. All right, so we get 28 people out there.
It's too bad 27 of them are going to lose when I win the giveaway tonight.
Oh, you're gonna win.
Well, you told me I was.
Yeah, you believe everything I tell you, or anything I tell you.
Can everybody hear the microphone in the background, or is it just mine?
Yes, I hear it too. I don't know where it's coming from. It just went away.
I blame Rich.
Maybe
Somebody's
it's
road noise.
maybe it's me. I just muted and you said it went away. Can you hear it now?
It's you. You're watching YouTube in the background, aren't you?
Me? It's the
Yeah, so you could talk on the chat.
hub, man. No, I don't. I'm just in StreamYard. I don't have YouTube going.
Yes, chef. I watched Burnt tonight. Have you seen that one?
Burnt?
Is that Ernie's
Burnt.
friend?
Burnt, not Bert.
Are you saying
it's not
burnt
Bert and
or
Ernie?
burned?
Burnt. Burn.
I can't believe you two Yankees can't understand each other.
The two
Well, you got a Pennsylvania Yankee and an Illinois Yankee. They do speak different dialects.
This is true. He says yuns. I say you guys.
Yuns.
Ewan's?
How about y'all?
Yuns?
All y'all.
Y'all is the proper pronunciation.
No, it's you guys.
I speak
Yeah.
jive.
Slap me a piece of the porter, run it through the garden.
All right, let's welcome G-Webs to the panel.
How much for the women?
Okay. That's a girl.
Is that dog sitting at a 45-degree angle?
It looks that way.
It's more like a 47.
47. There you
Probably
go.
needs to have his toenails clipped so he doesn't fall off.
48, whatever it takes.
It's like those backup sites on the AR on the
Ooh,
slant.
Mr. Mom joke. Gizzard doesn't get that.
I had a mom.
We had a Mr. Mom back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
What are you going to use? 220? 220, 221, whatever it takes.
What in the world? We got
Something to
here?
that effect.
Want a beer? It's 8 a.m. Scotch?
Scotch.
Red velvet cake. That's a heck of a knife to cut cake with.
Let them eat cake.
You ever had this? It's some kind of
I like pizza.
Hammond's
No, I have not.
candy bar.
What
It's
is
milk
it? Is it-
chocolate, so it's pretty sweet.
Red velvet ganache.
Let them eat
Poison
cake,
to
she
this
said.
guy. It's poison to this guy. And he's looking
Red
at
velvet cake is just
Can't believe-
tricking people.
It's fake. This is in Arizona, so it all got smushed.
So would that be like a ginger cake then if it's red?
That cake has no soul.
It's communist.
It steals the soul from the people who eat it. Now, Bubba says, yeah, guys, Gizzard's mom was Betsy Ross. Show some respect. There you go.
Maybe not Betsy Ross, but went to school with her.
Maybe even taught her.
Used to babysit her.
Mystic says, I want chocolate now. Thanks.
Bought some stock in this company today, so I figure I better eat the chocolate.
Oh, did they give you that free stuff when you bought the stock or what?
No, probably should though. It's pretty good.
What do you eat a Snickers with? Your hands?
What is that?
Hey,
from?
at least he doesn't have his shrimp fork out. Guess that is your shrimp fork, isn't it? Okay.
With people with class, this is a chocolate fork.
That's right.
How many prongs
Kinda
are on
looks
that? Shrimp
like a-
forks just have
Three.
3 prongs, don't they?
Yeah, man, I
Yeah, it's only
It's
at
a
3
sh-
prongs.
It's a shrimp fork.
I've honestly never seen anybody eat a candy bar with a knife and fork.
Well, yeah, it
Nope.
do
does look
such
like a
a-
candy bar.
But do such a precise, good job at it too. That's what's impressive.
Engineering. You have to go to school for this.
Mystic says, I fed Snob a sedative. He's passed out.
I also get the satisfaction to eat in front of this guy who can't have it.
Tell her to go hold his nose shut and see what happens. Of course, you take both hands.
That's true.
Of the neighbor.
Anybody have to drink good stuff?
Brings
Of
back
course.
good memories. I tell you.
Liquid
Yeah.
death.
We do
Liquid
know
death.
for a fact that if he does fall asleep, he sleeps pretty good.
This is just water and carbon dioxide, but it's pretty good. Actually, pretty. It's like that. Is that club soda when it's just water and carbon dioxide?
I think so.
Very refreshing, though. You ever had it?
We're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of leaving Snob in the theater at NRAM.
Oh, yeah. Mystic says, FYI, I am not looking forward to seeing you jerks a couple weeks. Wow.
Well,
Right back at you.
she better just get used to it.
Are we talking about Thunder on the Prairie, or
Did
Hey,
that
man.
last night.
What is
No,
that, like a week and a half, 2 weeks?
to NRAM, yeah.
Just under 2 weeks.
Where's NRAM at? Nashville?
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas. Oh, you suck.
And then Thunder on the Prairie is 2 weeks after that. So I'm gonna be
Sure
doing
hope
it-
that's not X-Lex.
They could put that in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
Little
it'd
late.
be one of those joke products.
Bubba says I went to Thunder in the lavatory tonight. Wow.
Go to Red
Bring the
Lobster
Thunder.
first.
I hope it's not. I'm about to get on a 12-hour flight.
Oh no.
I had 2 meals in a row of White Castle, but so far things are normal.
Why? Why would you do
Why?
that?
Why? Yeah. Why would you put yourself through that misery?
I
Get a
like
sack of
White
Sakis.
Castle. What's wrong with you, heathens?
Because we got real White Castles here, not that grocery store junk.
White
Okay.
Castle it's only come in
It's an
one
actual
size.
castle.
Dude, I had 2 doubles and 2 1921 burgers, and then I had 4 regular cheeses.
Now, don't they have a chain in the South that's essentially the same thing?
What's a 1921 burger?
Aged well.
No, it's different. Like, you know how the White Castles is the little thin burger and it's fried in the onions and all that?
Mm-hmm.
A 1921 burger is like just your regular hamburger at home. It's a thicker cut of or thicker patty of meat, and there's like not fried in onions or anything, and then they put lettuce, tomato, cheese on it.
Oh.
So it's just
Do
on
they
that
make it
size bun.
somewhere?
So it's like a mini cheeseburger that you would have at home. It's not at all associated with the other White Castles. It just shares the same bun.
Do they make it somewhere good and then bring it into White Castle, or is it still made there?
No, I think they microwave it right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's always best if it's freshly microwaved before it's given to you.
Chef Mike always got your back, boys. Chef Mike never needs a break. He never takes a lunch break. Chef Mike never needs to go to the bathroom. He's always there when you need him.
That's right.
Is anybody else watching G-Web's repackaged?
I was just thinking, is he going to get that back in the wrapper?
With just the knife and fork, no less.
Yes.
I know I know. I'll say it. I wasn't gonna say it. He reminded me of how my mom fidgets with her food and stuff. Man, she gets distracted from eating it into folding it up.
We're all just mesmerized here.
He broke the glue seal. Now he's going to have to get some new glue and put on there.
This way I can take it back to the store and get my money back for it.
Yeah, half of this was missing.
Yeah.
See,
Looks like
Ozzy's there.
somebody ate half of this.
Bubba said you cheated. You used your hand.
That's right.
I had to.
What you do is you just momentarily turn your camera off and turn it
Yep.
back on. Say, see, I did it.
Oops,
Yay! Just don't let the pup eat it. Poor dog's starving.
Yeah, how
I
come
dealt
the
with
dog
someone
didn't
who-
get a little piece, man?
I ate twice today, and my Texas blackberries or whatever that plant or the tree is called, they can't get enough of it. Every time they go out there, they're eating blackberries off the ground.
Well, that dog was eating watermelon the other day, wasn't he?
Oh yeah,
I had a
Ate
golden
every-
retriever when I was a kid that loved watermelon.
yeah. They like watermelon. They like oranges. Well, we're in Arizona, right? So I think they like anything that gives them extra water.
Yeah, our cats are weird. They like broccoli.
That's just
If it's cooked, eat the
That's
broccoli.
wrong. It's wrong to do that to a cat, dude.
No, my wife will make broccoli as a side dish for her and the kids, and the cat will be out there eating it out of the bowl.
give food to a cat that even half the humans on the
Did the
planet.
cat
won't
leave
eat.
you
Well,
any?
then you better get yours before the cat. Then I guess.
What was that, Sarge?
I said, did the cat leave you any?
I don't eat it. I don't like it.
Don't eat vegetables?
It depends on what.
Didn't your
Once you get
mama
past the
tell you
milk here.
eat your vegetables?
I can't stand broccoli, so that I don't eat it.
You and George Bush.
Bubba says, every time I see a pug near me, I like to get right up on them and tell them, I know you can talk, Frank.
You know what I was thinking about? I think I know why everybody thinks this dog looks like that one, because he's kind of thin. Like a lot of pugs are super fat, and I think that movie is sort of a thin one because a lot of pugs in movies are fat and they just sit there. I think that's why they think he looks like Frank.
A lot of pugs in real life are fat.
No, I mean, yeah, like most people let
They
them.
just
Because
look, they just
like
look
Louis
miserable. They're just like, ah.
he's tired. He's only awake because I was eating. He's about 12.
Oh, he looks happy.
Okay. So, what's going on in the news? Anything Anything interesting we can talk about? Anybody even watch the news anymore?
They're having protests all over at different universities.
I don't
Why
really
they
watch the
protest?
weather.
Having to go to school? Is that what they're protesting? Or
Seriously, you're not paying attention?
uh-uh.
I
We
know.
don't have universities here.
Oh,
You think
they're
so?
protesting the war.
Is it like an effort to test like how much control they have over that? What do you call it? Like section of the population, like that sector, or do you think they really care about the whatever the agenda is?
I think it's the first one.
They're just trying to flex that muscle, right? And this just happens to be the thing of the day, topic of the day to do it.
Yeah, I get to buy a lot of professional traveling protesters, and they've been out of work for a while, and they're just anxious to get back at it.
It's an election year. It's time to get things ramped up.
Right, that's what I think. It
See,
seems
see how many paid agitators they can get lined up ahead of time.
kind of like market research. Let's see what we can get people upset about. What are they going to hate each other about? Like, what's the thing to poke at?
I was going to say, are the students really protesting, or is it just happening on the college campuses and
They're not
pressing
students.
people
No.
in?
Yeah, I think the majority of it is non-students.
That's what I was afraid of.
Therefore, they have no right to be there to begin with.
But
Correct.
it's not protesting as much as like taking over buildings and trashing them and then keeping people at bay. And then the police are just standing there and watching them, I guess, right? They're not like until they're told to go get them.
This is one of the few times where they've actually come in and conducted business.
What's I'm saying? Like sometimes, depending on the school, like some of them, they've said, go get them. And then the police go in and get them. But the other times they're telling them, just let them be. They're peaceful or whatever. And they're just destroying everything.
Yeah, we have to be gentler and kinder. No, sometimes it's time for action.
Well, there's also been these losers. Even as early as yesterday, there was a reporter there that did an interview with some girl, and they were asking for aid. The people that were inside that were like, protesting and didn't want to leave or whatever were like, the government or whoever should be bringing them food and water and any medicine that they need.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
The food that they want is hilarious. They want hot food, and it's got to be vegan.
Yeah. I'm like, you soft sons of bitches can't do anything right. Jesus.
Hot vegan food. Okay.
Oh, and it can't be prepackaged.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're eating Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, what exactly would that be?
Broccoli.
They're gonna eat some of that broccoli that Rich's cat was.
That's
snacking
right.
on.
Throw in a little tofu for zero flavor.
Well, no, but tofu's prepackaged. You can't do that.
They can make it to order for them. They're fancy.
I'll bet you Midnight knows how to make tofu.
I've never done it myself, but I have eaten it
super easy.
made tableside, yeah.
Does it taste any better?
It's just like cheese. But you're making it out of a different protein, but it's just coagulating cheese out of a soup.
Yep.
So it's the same as
basically.
cheese.
Yeah, I was down in Morimoto in Philly once, and I got it tableside. It was very, very mild and like very tender. And they served it with a spicy crab sauce, so it was actually really good.
Oh man, the crab sauce would make it worth it. Yeah,
yeah. It was
guacamole.
It was same thing, but with different ethnicity. Guacamole is
Midnight's Mike.
It's like guacamole, mashed potatoes. Like mashed potatoes are just Irish guacamole. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the tofu is just like Asian. It's like Japanese guacamole. Same thing.
Is it like bean curd or something?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Soybean.
It's
soybean
it's coagulate. Yeah, it's just like G said. They put rennet and cheese to coagulate the proteins. They do the same thing with an acid generally with
vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar or some other kind of acid. I mean, you can use lemon juice and stuff too.
You can do it with anything.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it like any kind of grain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show how it's made. That used to, on like the Science Channel showed how they make tofu in one of their episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I'll tell you the best stuff is. I mean, there's some really when you get into some of the pressed tofus where it's pressed and it's really dense. It works really good for like sautéed, stir fry, that kind of stuff. It picks up whatever flavor you want. It's more about texture than anything else with it. That the stuff that's like silken and very soft is a lot of people don't like it because it's just like pudding, not pudding, but almost.
Let's say that you were protesting a war and you took over a school building and you demanded tofu. Would you go for a crispy tofu or a soft tofu?
Have you ever had the puff tofu?
Well, I have.
Yeah, and a lot of people have not had that. That stuff's pretty neat. It's like a flavor sponge, which I guess could be good. Mm-hmm. I would definitely go for the pressed stuff.
I know I took tofu for like 2 years and still couldn't find any better.
Yeah.
You didn't fight any butter. Did you say you didn't fight any butter?
Well, too much tofu. You couldn't get the energy up to fight the butter.
That's one thing we've never done when we're at NRAM is go out for tofu.
I think we should go out for French food.
That'd be all right.
The last couple shows, you guys made me awful hungry while I was sitting here. I'm glad you changed that up tonight.
With French food, bunch of fries and toast.
Tofu would go good with those White Castles you were having.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to admit I have never been to a French bistro until last year, and I very much enjoyed it.
It was good. In Wichita, Kansas, no less.
I mean, I know they're known for their bistros.
Very French of you.
Wichita, Kansas is the epicenter of French American cuisine.
That's right. Yeah.
I saw a tree while I was there. I was surprised.
Saw a tree.
The tree. It's beside the tree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's that famous French restaurant, the French Laundry. In Kansas, it really is just a laundromat. The people don't even know the difference. You can go in there and you can go in there and you buy like Doritos and shit, and they're like, "Man, this is fucking fantastic."
They got excited because it was a tree, but then it turned out to be one of those new cell towers that they make look like a tree.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got 2 trees.
We got a new tree there.
If you got 2 trees, then you can put that hotel chain in there too. You got double. You can put a double tree there.
Why'd they put wires running up that there tree? That's kind of weird.
2 youths.
2 utes.
2 Utahns were there?
That is why I have this ridiculous outfit.
For you.
You got mud in my tires. How did you get mud in the tires?
I got mud on my suit. So I go to the cleaners, they're sick. Get that. Everybody's got the flu. Oh, I go to buy a suit. The only suit they have is this suit. And that's why I'm wearing this ridiculous suit.
In a secondhand store.
Yep.
Defense Dad says, how can French cooking not be good? You douse food in a shitload of butter, it has no choice but to be good, really.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds okay by me. Yeah,
that's a good premise to start with. Load it up with butter, go from there. Well, we had French food when I was little too, because I can remember eating French fries several times when I was a kid.
Yeah, French fries, French toast. I love French food.
That too. Mm-hmm.
Around here, we had America fries.
Those frogs did modernize the kitchens. They knew what they were doing. They figured it out.
Was it Julia Child?
Modern kitchens are way before her. Modern kitchens are based on things that they did, in the 1800s that they started doing in France.
Because the queen would kill them if they did it too slow or wrong.
Yeah, the Queen of Hearts.
They probably should have spent a little more time learning how to fight than cook.
Well, You got to be good at something.
Hey, what about
Somebody's
Instructor
gotta-
Zero?
Somebody's got to make the snacks for everybody. Shit.
What about Instructor Zero?
It was when they learned to start cooking that the French forgot how to start fighting.
Okay, now in all seriousness, while we're on topic, what
right.
about the video of those terrorists from several years ago where they caught them in the deli? Tell me those guys didn't know what was up.
I don't think I saw that.
You should Google it.
Yeah,
When they went
whooped
in
their
that
asses.
deli, those guys, those were some men that went in there and took care of those terrorists.
Uh-huh.
I'm not aware of that.
They went medieval on their asses.
Medieval, huh?
They call a couple of hard pipe hitting fellas.
Yep.
Zed's dead.
I don't remember if it was a Saturday. No, I think it was a Mad TV skit where they had Forrest Gump. It was like it was like a Pulp Fiction Forrest Gump crossover, and Forrest is, I'm about to get medieval on your buttocks.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
And so I think it was Mad TV, because I think that's a little funnier and a little bit further down. Than,
or would it have been in living color?
No,
that would have been too early. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about shows you can't have on TV anymore. Those were both excellent.
Archie Bunker and Jeffersons.
Mm-hmm.
Mad TV, all in yeah, man, that was. Geez, there was so
Look what I can do.
There was so many good things back there. Married with Children.
It is pretty funny watching clips of the Jeffersons and Archie Bunker pop up on reels and things. It's like, oh my gosh! But it was equal. The problems or the jokes were on each side, so it was okay.
Yeah. That's what was great about In Living Color is they blasted everybody.
No one was safe.
But you can't. They couldn't do that show today.
No.
And that's the way comedy should be. You should make fun of everybody.
Comedy
when
was
you
one
watch
of
the
first
legendary
victims,
comedians, that's what they talked about. That's what they talk about now. Is woke is killing it.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, what kind of sucks is the Wayans brothers probably are worth, $250 million now. If they wanted to do an awesome show, they could. Just nobody wants to do it. Everybody's scared to do that shit now. You have to,
No, who's
What
not
about the
scared?
one Ace Ventura
Dave
guy? He could
Chappelle?
do that show by
Bill
himself.
Burr. He's not scared.
Dave
Bill
Chappelle's
Burr,
not scared
Cat-
either.
Cat Williams.
No, Dave Chappelle he ain't scared of nothing.
No.
Dave Chappelle just don't give a shit.
Jerry Seinfeld, he's been coming out against them too with all this woke crap.
Yeah, but
saying
see,
that you can't
Dave
do this kind of
Chappelle and Bill Burr have like get out of jail free cards. They can kind of get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle's already been through it. He knows how to play it.
And he's
like
black
he can
and
flip it. Like the more outrageous he can do, the more publicity and the better it is for him. You know what I mean? That would be a miserable failure for somebody else.
You guys ever see the episode of the Dave Chappelle show where he had Wayne Brady on there?
Yep.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that is my absolute favorite episode.
Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch.
Run, bitch, get help.
You better thank Dave. You better thank Dave Chappelle. You better thank you.
Each damn
bitch, run for your life.
Each damn sandwich, Dave. Dave's
That
crying
is
in
right.
the passenger seat.
That is my absolute favorite episode.
Hose, this is Dave. Dave Hose.
Hi, Dave.
Outside, motherfucker.
Wow.
Each damn
I
sandwich.
think you better
Dave.
get your
He's
swear
like,
jar out there,
Yep.
Gizzard. It's going to be full.
Hey, man,
Bubba's out there. He can collect the order.
We're talking Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr. There's probably you,
probably.
You better just have that jar ready.
Yeah.
come on, man. Us black actors got to stick together, man.
Bill Burr's wife's black too, so he gets
That's
he
what I
gets
said.
out of he can get
He gets a
himself
50.
out of trouble a little bit there.
Yeah, they try to go after him all the time, and the people that don't know.
And they've been together for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He said they're all women. He goes, it might be a little more hand gestures or head bobbing, but they're still just a woman.
Wow.
That is my favorite comedian, Bill Burr.
Sam Kinnison's still my favorite.
Oh yeah, Sam.
Sam Kinison
Rodney.
was good for his time, but
Don't
in my
speak
opinion,
ill of
Bill
the
Burr's
dead.
next level.
Yeah, but you can't say that because Bill Burr may be good for his time. 30 years from now.
Well, I can say that because I did. Didn't mean to be right.
I'll tell you what.
Bill Cosby's
I'm
the greatest comedian ever.
There's
There's a lot of women that would disagree with that.
They don't
This
remember.
comedy puts me to sleep.
I don't think that was the comment.
Jesus.
Can't none of them hold a candle to Andrew Dice Clay though.
Well, I'll tell you the ones I really can't hold a candle to is Richard Pryor.
That's true.
The Dice Man was good. He was an early victim.
He had his run.
And the crazy
He's
thing
still
about
alive.
Dice Man,
Little known fact.
Dice Man didn't do anything like racial or anything. You know what I mean? They just banned him for being vulgar.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's considered tame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your kids wouldn't even laugh at his stuff now.
And in his day before he turned legit, Howie Mandel was a pretty decent stand-up comedian back.
Zuzu pedals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you got The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. That's got to be on everyone's list
That's
there.
That's a fantastic movie. Booty time.
My hair.
Booty time.
Wasn't nominated. Was
It's
not
all scratched
nominated
up.
for one Academy Award, believe it or not.
I find that hard to believe.
Remember when he got in the car chase and he was going through the cemetery and he had that little wrist action hidden gun that would Derringer thing that would come out, and he done that and it shot out the car window and landed in the other dude's car, and he's like, "Oh no, thanks, Ford. I brought me own." And he may not be as vulgar, but man, John Candy was a pretty funny dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was a very funny dude.
Who's Harry Crumb? That's up there. That's a better movie than Ford Fairlane. That's a classic.
You shut your dirty mouth.
No.
No, I
And
think
stories about John Candy. What is it? When he came back to one of those shows like Second City or something like that, and I was reading this little article, and they said they needed help bringing stuff in. They're like, "Hey, can you give me a hand?" So he starts bringing stuff in, like he was part of the crew, just because they asked him to, because they didn't realize he was one of the stars. They said he's like a normal guy.
Well, climb on in here, Slim.
no, I think
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is great.
the best Sam Kinison set was when he did Saturday Night Live right after we bombed Libya. We dropped the bomb on the French embassy because, mistakes happen. Because we had to fly around France. They wouldn't let us fly over them. Oops.
Dang it.
Take care, Pat. Hope you're safe, buddy.
Pat's got a bad storm coming.
Yeah, he
What
had
happened?
storms earlier.
He better get. Is he in the bunker? Is he in his bunker in an undisclosed location? Because if a bad storm's coming.
That's the best place to be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of bunkers in undisclosed locations, did anybody see that the realtor who was creeped out? It was on. I think it was on Fox, on Instagram, and then Facebook.
It was what?
Some realtor in Florida made a TikTok or something, creeped out about this room and what it could have been used for, because we don't have basements in Florida, and this house was built in 1958, and and I thought it was a closet, and I opened it up, and here's this steel grate, this steel grate door, and she's talking about how people could, be locked in there. Well, the latch is on the inside. and it's a stairwell that goes, it's just a cinder block stairwell, goes down, makes a 90-degree turn to the right, and opens up into the cinder block room. And she's like, we don't have basements in Florida, and they've got this room down here with this steel grate on it. And I'm like, yeah, tell me you've never heard of the Cuban Missile Crisis without telling me.
Yeah, you ever heard of a hurricane or anything like that?
The house was built in 1958.
Yeah, it's because their water level's so high, their groundwater, but then I'm sure the still great was so it wouldn't mildew in there.
It's a fallout shelter.
Yeah, it's a fallout shelter, and it latches from inside, so you can keep people out.
Yeah,
it's got water and power down there. I don't know what they were using this for. The people who built it were using it in case a nuclear bomb dropped. That's what they were using it for.
Yeah,
was it also used? Was it also
A-bomb.
used? Was it also used for cocaine trafficking?
Well, it could be. I didn't see any tunnels going out of it though. But they might have blocked those over.
That's where you keep your pet alligator named Elvis.
My grandparents my grandfather was a ham radio operator, and he had his radio set up in the bomb shelter that they had built in the basement, which was exactly that. It was a cinder block in one corner of the basement. They like a 10 by 10 space. And it had, the room was, square, and then it had a cinder block hallway, and then took a left turn and go in there. My mom was like, yeah, we couldn't tell when we did that, we couldn't tell anybody about that or anything.
Oh, ham radio sounds delicious.
Hmm?
Ham radio sounds delicious.
Yeah, but you gotta have cheese on it.
No.
Somebody say ham radio.
Got a radio?
Got a radio.
Are you getting a ham
Yeah,
license?
his setup was considerably larger than that.
Yeah.
Are you getting a ham license?
Oh.
I wonder where that was in Florida.
No.
I'm gonna get a clam radio.
Put your ear up to it, hear the ocean.
Yeah, when you put your ear.
I can't afford it, so I got a spam radio.
Yeah, you got a clam radio. When you put your mouth up to, or your ear up to your ear and go.
What months is it you can't eat clams?
You're supposed
The end
to.
of the R?
Yeah, something like that. I don't fucking know.
Well, usually it's just a week every month, which can't.
Yeah.
Last week y'all talked about you loved it medium rare.
So I wanna take a second to remind everybody that it is Friday. Today is Friday, and that means that it is Free Patch Friday at GearWebsites.com. Now, Gear Websites is your source for every Second Matters gun channels gear, ammo ID, and more. Patches, stickers, and other items. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. So buy cool stuff at GearWebsites.com. GearWebsites.com.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
That's right. So don't forget, I put the link out there. Buy some cool stuff at GearWebsites.com. And now, I believe everybody's been waiting to hear this.
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
That's right. Lizard Larry is going to give something to you now. Let's hear from this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of the show where we give stuff away. In tonight's giveaway portion of Fowl Territory, we're going to have all sorts of stuff and things to give away, folks. So get those typing fingers ready, and we're going to see what we're giving away. Gizzard, what do we have tonight for this wonderful audience?
Oh, what do we have?
What do we have tonight for this wonderful audience?
We have a wonderful audience? Okay. Well, if they're that wonderful,
Yeah,
we better.
I was being generous with my praise.
Oh, we better give them some cool stuff. All right. Let's see what I can dig up here on the old desk here. Because I do have a Gizzard Gary channel sticker.
Ooh.
Nuh-uh.
No way.
Mm-hmm. You betcha. You betcha. Fowl Territory
From Minnesota
thumbnails.
now, or what?
Do what?
You betcha.
You betcha. We have the Gizzard Gary reviews mini sticker.
So tiny.
It's so
Those
tiny.
those work better than gas station boner pills.
Look how small that is. Yeah.
So we can't keep hold of it.
That's
We
what
have
she said.
excess sights, the fastest sights in any light, and now the brightest sights in daylight, thanks to the new fiber optic sights for Glock pistols. If you follow some of us, you would have seen videos about that this week. We have a sticker from Live Free Armory, well known for true American manufacturing. We have a sticker from Lock Grips. And courtesy of DM Foss, we have both the Papa Smurf sticker and the Donut Pseudo Way of the Hole. While they last. We have a sticker from Bug Assault. Kills bugs dead.
That's cool.
Why does that one have a crab claw for a bottom?
I don't know.
And a
Some
pumpkin
sort of
for a
bug.
head.
Some sort of bug. I don't know.
She's got a snapper.
That's just how bad the Bug Assault messed it up. It rearranged its parts.
That's right. It did. All right.
Went from an Audi to an innie?
That's right.
Yeah.
This is from Big Daddy Unlimited. It says, all communists are bastards.
That's just because those communists haven't done it the right way.
I need that sticker.
Single family homes.
We had this sticker from Versa Carry.
It's actually larger than some of their holsters.
That's true.
They're not very versatile, huh?
We have this sticker from Barnaul Performance Steel Case Ammunition.
I saw Gizzard shoot some of that stuff full auto.
You did. You most certainly did. Back in 2020. Connect with nature. Norma Precision Ink. Precision ink is a good thing to have. That's for sure. Okay,
I have a laser printer. I don't use ink anymore.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So from Palmetto State Armory, the SHOT Show 2024 patch.
That's pretty nice.
And just to show I'm not horsing around, we have a patch from Anderson Manufacturing. And then from Gun Owners of America, we have a right delayed is a right denied. National Firearms Act, no compromise.
What if it's only delayed 7 to 10 days?
Delayed is delayed.
You
God tell it on the mountain.
That's
What
right.
if it's delayed 15 minutes?
Did you get a whole stack of those? Did you get a whole stack of those?
Small stack. I'm about out of them.
Arm
I'm
rake.
going to have to stock up at NRAM.
Arm rake. He's going to suplex a guy working there and just take all his patches.
And we have this from Savior Equipment.
I bought a cat toy off of Amazon that has a strobe light and a little noise to distract people, and then I drop that in their booth, and when they're looking at that, it makes a bunch of noise in their booth, then I grab all their patches, and then I ask them for my ball back, and then I leave.
We have the official Gizzard Gary pin.
It's called a button.
Pin it on your jacket, on your
Jean
shirt, on
jacket
your
not
cat.
included.
On your cat.
If you put that on your jeans jacket, is it required that you cut the arms off of it?
No, but it does require that you have 8,000 other pins on there.
It's have a lot of flair.
Mhm.
And to
At least
drive an
16
82
pieces.
IROC.
Oh, you got to draw
No.
it yourself with a black permanent marker.
They didn't start the IROC until 85, you noob.
Sorry, I had an 82 Camaro, but it wasn't an IROC. I didn't know that.
I had an IROC myself.
Freaking
An
noob.
87 T-tops. You lesser heathen people.
Okay, and what everybody's wanting to see. 4, count them 4.
Woohoo!
Zipper pulls. Just for you.
Oh,
if you win
snap.
this
You're going to
drawing.
be pulling some zippers.
Oh, zipper.
Heck yeah.
All right. Plus, tonight's winner
Is there a
will
knife involved?
win a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card, $20 if it's a YouTube channel member. Or they can opt for the skinny black knife instead.
I'm taking the Chick-fil-A.
Rather have that. But that's not all, folks, because we have this Aegis gun care thing here. Let me also...
What?
You're giving away that hat?
Aegis gun care, because this is Aegis week, and so
Now you
tonight's
do
winner...
food and Aegis at the same time?
Yep, we do
No, you
that.
can't do them at the same time. You actually should do the food and then the Aegis.
We do the
You
food on
can't-
every episode now.
You can't season the food with the Aegis?
No.
Just wait till NRAM. His giveaway is going to be huge.
But tonight's winner will win a basic gun cleaning kit from Aegis Gun Care. That's right. Thanks to the good folks at Aegis Gun Care. Check them out at aegisguncare.com. All right, so it's time, without further ado.
Adieu.
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 All right.
I did do.
It's a good day.
Let's take a look at the giveaway tool.
Good
And I
eye.
see we have 33 entries, 27 in here. Hit it now, you say?
Well, not now.
Go
I
now.
wanted to do it when I said do it now.
Hashtag
But you didn't
rigged.
do it when I said do it now, so now you might as well do it now.
All right. So good luck.
Congratulations, Travis T.
Is Travis
Oh, I
T
told
even
you I'm
here?
winning.
Nope. Boomstick Revenge is winning.
That's my
Oh, hi,
other.
Boom.
That's my other account.
So Boomstick Revenge, are you out there?
Yep, just send it to PO
Congratulations,
Box
Boomstick
191.
Revenge.
Yeah, he's one of the last ones to enter. Surely he still is.
So Boomstick Revenge, what I need you to do is to send me an email. There he is. send me an email. Send that to winner, WINNER, at gizzardgary.com. Winner at gizzardgary.com with your name and your mailing address so I can send this to you and also provide it to Aegis Gun Care so they can get your stuff to you. And I need to know, do you want the Chick-fil-A gift card or do you want the skinny black knife? Let me know.
He said the knife.
That was skinny black knife, right?
He said give him the skinny.
Yeah, he
Get
did
some of
say
that
take
chicken,
the knife.
yo.
Okay. He will get the knife. All right. Very cool. All right. So congratulations there. I need to get that off the screen because we're done with the giveaway. And now it is time for a new segment. That's right, folks. It is time for a new segment. Let me put the Fowl
Are you allowed
Territory.
to have new segments?
I'm
Whenever
sorry?
you want? You're allowed to have new segments whenever you want.
Yeah, I can.
I don't think
I
you passed this by us.
And this segment is called Gizzard's Movie Review of the Week.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit!
Man,
You're
it just got
welcome.
real.
And as you may or may not know, I was tasked by some of my friends to watch one of several movies last week. I only got around to the main one, but that was good enough. And that movie was No Country for Old Men.
I think you should
Oh,
preface this
okay.
whole thing with like
Good
the
for
idea
you.
that for people that don't know that Gizzard's only seen like 4 movies in his whole life.
That's not quite true, but
Yeah, it's pretty close.
4 movies that matter.
Are you ready to get a silencer for your shotgun now?
I want to get one
Which
of
one
those.
is that? Is that the one with the guy who's killing everybody with the cow thing?
Yeah, I want to
Yep.
get that air,
Mhm.
that compressed air tank. But
And then what was the other thing? There was a suppressed shotgun with an oil filter or some shit on that one, that movie. I've only seen it once.
I
Where it
will
closes the
say,
curtain and then shoots it.
I think there were as many people killed in the first half of this movie as there were in Saving Private Ryan.
I think you might be
Definitely not
embellishing
John
there a
Wick.
little bit.
But if you can't stand a little gore, don't watch this movie. You have several different kind of subplots going on in this thing. 2 or 3 different stories going on. You kind of bounce back and forth between them. The first half of it kind of kept my attention fairly well. Towards the end, it started to drift off a little bit for me. Definitely not the best movie I ever saw, but definitely not the worst. I'd rather watch that than any chick flick any day of the week. But
You gotta watch, like the end is very profound. Tommy Lee Jones character. Talk about that reoccurring dream he has.
yeah,
Deep. You got to pay a little attention to Anton too. Like the lesson to walk away learning here is a lot of things are happening. Don't get caught up in the moment. Make sure you don't get blood on your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
That is the recurring theme. A little advice they're kind of just floating out there to you. If you're going to walk away from a scene, don't have blood on your shoes.
Yeah, and don't put that quarter in your pocket.
That's your lucky quarter, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Don't put that quarter in your pocket.
I like his deputy buddy asked if the coffee's fresh. Well, I just made it this week. Luella Moss.
All right, so I've only seen it whenever it came out once. So what's the deal? Like the guy's a killer and he's going after a cop? I forget the movie. Or is this?
No. He's not a killer. He's hired by the
He's a
drug
recovery
lord
specialist.
cartels to recover some lost money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so some guys rob a bank and it's all the cartel's money. And
No.
It's a drug deal.
No,
A big, large-scale drug deal went bad, and they shot each other
in the desert.
up.
And then Thanos
And
found
that
it.
tree. Okay, I think I'm remembering now.
Then Luella Moss finds the briefcase full of money.
Yeah, and
Actually, it was Cable that found it.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch
I thought it was Thanos.
No, it's Cable.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, he's not purple, and he doesn't.
Don't
have
mind me. I'm from Oklahoma.
He doesn't have.
But he doesn't have a glowing eye either.
He also doesn't have chin balls.
What chin balls?
I have come to expect more from a person who comes from the city with the pedestrian underpass.
Here, I thought it was just the older brother from Goonies all grown up.
It actually is.
Hey, you guys.
Sloth?
Do that again. That was a spot-on impression. Do it again.
Hey, you guys.
You got to draw it out a little bit more. You got to.
No, he doesn't. It was perfect. Hey, you guys.
That's a movie that was not made in Pennsylvania because it's actually you guys and not otherwise it'd be hey yins.
Hey y'all.
Yins. Freaking beans.
Are you going to give the movie some number of gizzards or some number of clucks or something?
Oh, it's definitely got to be how many clucks would you give it?
Out of
is it 2 clucks up?
He's got
it has to be on a 1 to 5 scale.
And to
1
get
to
the score,
5
he's
scale,
got to use that room.
I'd have to give it a 4. I would
This
not
movie
give it
was
5.
a total cluck up, or
You got it.
It was worth watching.
It gets
But,
4 gizzards.
I'd give it 4.
Okay, now do it using the rubber chicken.
It gets 4 clucks.
Let's see. He's kind of sick. I need to get a new chicken.
Jesus, you need to get him some halls or something.
You got to stop. You got to stop.
Mentholyptus on his chest. I mean, God.
Jesus, sounds. I think by the sounds of it, I think I know why the chicken's having a rough day.
On the research I've done on these, there's 2 different kinds of these chickens. Evidently, these little horns inside here, this one only plays a sound when it's taking air in. When you press it, it just lets air out, and then it makes noise as you let it out. But there are also kinds that do it both ways. And I need to get one of those.
Yeah, you need to get one of those chickens that does it both ways.
I can't believe you researched it.
Oh, yeah, there's YouTube videos on it.
Yep, I
don't know if those lay eggs or not, though.
Gizzard definitely wants that chicken that does it both ways.
Yeah, you've seen those TikTok videos with the chickens, that do the songs and stuff like that. Well, those have the in-out.
I have
Those
a yellow
chickens that
version.
go both ways.
I watched a video on how those are made one time.
So you're saying you don't care if it's an innie or an outie?
That's true.
It just cares that it goes both ways.
You definitely want your chick to suck and blow, for sure.
Yeah,
That's
you want
right.
a very, very liberal chicken.
I have a yellow version of that thing, and it'll make noise if you wiggle it. You don't have to squeeze it. You can just wiggle it.
X Adam 1 says that chicken reminds me of the movie Chappie.
He wiggles it just a little bit.
Have you seen that movie? I have not. No.
He hasn't seen any movie.
That's
What's
not
that
fair.
chicken that goes both ways? Is that called a shin?
I don't get it.
And it was a good show this week.
All
Thanks for
right,
being
so
on.
what's next week, folks?
Non-binary chicken.
I've got 2 more left over from this past week. I have queued up in my Amazon Prime Video. Let's see.
How does a retired dude only watch one movie a week?
I don't know, and he had to break that up. He couldn't.
I
make
watch
it
one.
in one
I watch 3 movies a day, and I'm not even paying attention.
Remember the Titans and Wolf of Wall Street. Now, Wolf of Wall Street's a 3-hour movie, so.
I actually watched that one not too long ago.
It's a good 3 hours, so.
Okay, actually, I've never seen The Wolf of Wall Street.
There's 5 minutes in there that you really want to watch.
It's too long.
Supposedly, that's a true story. Is that correct?
Yes.
Based
I
on
did.
Yeah,
Pretty
but
much.
what's his
Not
name?
100%.
Jordan
Peter Jordan Belfort.
Belfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually don't do those movies because of him. What's that? Leonardo, the dude from
Well,
Titanic.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
He's a very good actor because you don't even think about it being him. You just think about the character.
Yeah,
he's
it's probably
he's
one of
unique,
his best
is he-
shows, in my opinion.
He's different in each movie, at least. Like, I don't like him all that much, but at least he disappears into the movie. Like, he becomes the right. He's not like some actors where there's the same person in every role. There.
Yeah, it's the same guy with just a little bit different role. He actually
Like
becomes different
Will Smith?
characters.
Yeah,
He's
He's
hilarious.
the character.
You know, Will
He
Smith?
did a good job in that movie where that bear just literally smacked the ever loving shit out of him.
The Revenant. The Revenant.
So it'll be one of those two movies this next.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. All right.
I
That'll
think
be
you'll generally like that one, Gary.
And
probably.
Jonah Hill's character is just wonderful.
Yeah, he is.
Steve.
All right. So thank you for
Steve
watching
Madden.
Gizzard's movie reviews.
Steve.
But will Gizzard pump up those movie numbers after watching it? That's the question.
Probably.
Matthew McConaughey's character is extremely underrated.
Yeah. Gonna pump those numbers up.
And they said that chest beating stuff, they put that in there because they were like, they just saw him doing that in his dressing room. So they wrote that into the script. That was something that he just does.
I think he got that.
He's a weird dude, man.
I think he got that from somebody else, like an acting coach or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, he got it from somewhere, I think. And then he does it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I got a movie to
You
recommend.
got any
for
weed?
you.
No, it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
All right.
Since you're bringing up this Matthew McConaughey, there's a movie I caught a couple years ago, and it was new a couple years ago. Probably wasn't a big success, but it's called Mud. Mud, you know, like
yeah, Mud
Dirty
was
White
alright.
Wet.
It's been out for
Now,
a while.
man, the best thing about Mud, I'm not a big Matthew dude, whatever fan. I like, you know, some of his stuff there, but the character he had in that was pretty cool. The way he dealt with these kids and all. But the key thing to take away from that Mud movie is that little blonde chick, Reese Witherspoon. Regardless of what you thought of her before, wait till you see her in cut off Daisy Duke jeans and a fucking wife beater running around on that show. And it's at least an 8 out of 10. At least you got to give 8 clucks for that.
You could. She'd be good to have around during the apocalypse. You wouldn't need a can opener. You could just open cans with her chin.
Damn.
Sorry,
That was a very creative insult.
Hey man, if you can't beat the one you love the one you're with, right?
You're gonna get it. You get a 10 out of 10 for the degree of difficulty on that joke.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, you got to tell it right. Yeah.
It's all about the timing.
Babe, can you open this for me?
I mean, what would her nickname be? Like Tab or?
Yeah.
So X Adam 1 says, if you're going to watch a movie that Matthew McConaughey is in, watch The Gentleman.
The Gentleman.
Or Wolf of Wall Street.
See, Gizzard told me if you're going to watch a movie that Matthew McConaughey is in, it's got to be Magic Mike.
Actually, Tropic Thunder, but okay.
Ain't he the Show Me the Money?
I don't
though?
remember saying that.
No, that was Tom Cruise.
Actually, Reign of Fire is one of my favorite
Okay.
Matthew
Reign of
McConaughey.
Fire. Yeah, I'll go.
That is one of my favorite Matthew McConaughey performances.
Even though he's
I don't
bald.
know if you guys saw it, but there's a Nicolas Cage movie that came out a couple of years ago that was really good. It was kind of cool. It was called Pig. Did any of you guys see that?
Is this
No.
during his?
Is this one of the
where he
good
went
Nicolas?
broke and had to make everything that came in front of him?
Single script.
No, it was after that.
Is
And
this good
it's-
Nicolas Cage,
No,
or
it's
is
good.
it like?
It's a cool movie. It's
I
really.
mean, he's
cool.
not trying to do a Southern accent or anything in it, is
No.
he? Okay.
No, it's neat. It's very. It wasn't very popular, but like watch it. It's really cool.
Is it better than Con Air?
Uh,
Con Air
probably
is
not.
Con Air
Probably
is actually Shakespeare, considering some of the roles that Nicolas Cage has done.
Hey,
Yeah.
Raising Arizona was his best work.
No, it's the one where the Five or something Five Freddy, where he goes in
Five-
the haunted amusement park
Yeah.
and he doesn't
Yeah.
speak.
Five
That was
Nights.
his best role.
No, Valley Girl.
Oh yeah, Valley Girl.
No, his best role for real is Stanley Goodspeed in The Rock.
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe nobody, when talking
Is
about
he also
McConaughey,
Kick-Ass?
nobody talked about White Boy Rick.
What was the weed
Oh,
budget? on
that's
Amazing
yeah. Matthew
Rider.
McConaughey is the dad in that, isn't he?
Yeah,
He was good in Ghost Rider.
There's only one good thing about Ghost Rider.
When it was over.
Well, okay, two good things
Eva,
about Ghost Rider.
Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes, yes.
Agreed.
Did anybody like Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
That's got, what's his face in it? Cage in it?
The first one especially was a really cool
Mhm.
movie. Very like way
Which one?
better than you would expect. Kick Ass.
Kick-Ass, where that one guy's a superhero, but then what's his face? Nicolas Cage is the dad. There's like Batman. And he's got Hit Girl, that little girl.
Mm-hmm. Now this is 9mm, so this is probably going to take you off your feet.
Oh,
I mean, at that point,
Movie's
G Web's
60
tuned
then.
out. So I'm surprised actually G Web finished watching that movie.
It's probably true.
It's a fantasy movie, but whatever. It's like-
fiction.
All right, let's get this in real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for you to send your Gorn to Gizzard or Gorn at gizzardgary.com. It's time for Show Us Your Gun.
How is he
right.
recorded and he
What-
still screws that up every week?
Walnut. Can you not edit that to where he doesn't mess it up?
Couldn't you find it? No, because it's much better. I like it. That's how you know you're watching. That's how you know you're watching it live.
That's how you know it's really snub. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shows your gun. They're Gorn.
Good
Going-
score.
Whatever he does.
To be fair, I mean, you'd have to comb through so many episodes to find and probably piece it together to get one where he doesn't screw
It
up.
is fun where you talk and you can make him say something else. Kind of
Maybe
like
maybe you should
detachable
have
charging handles.
maybe you should rate Snob's performance in like a spreadsheet or something. Then you can find everything and edit it.
Yes, I think Jason might be onto you.
Yeah, might be. So we have this from Movie. What do we got
Yeah.
here?
It's the
Pistol.
two-tone Nomad frame that I got in.
Pretty sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see it.
Why can't you?
Camouflaged.
He's gray
Just
blind.
part of it. You can see the. You see
I
the
see a
gray-
little.
Yeah.
I see a copper rectangle
Mm-hmm.
and an optic.
I see a thing that says live 128.59. Not seeing anything sexy at all.
I
Don't-
see a serial number.
Don't
Read
be
that
a
out.
hater.
Some people.
Wait,
Yeah.
zoom in at the bottom of the grip.
Okay. So. Do. Here's the next one.
That has the as yet unreleased new flat face trigger from Nomad. I ordered that this frame they sent to me for testing, but I ordered the gray one to go with that slide. And when I opened my box, it had this New flat face trigger in there, pre-release. So far, I like it.
It's pretty
And it had a
sweet.
bunch of a little note that had some hearts on it and some
Mhm.
XOXO.
Yep.
Hugs and kisses. All right. Well, there's probably even more. So let's see what we can find. Oh, yes, we do have more. So feast your eyes on this.
It's pride and honor.
And honor.
And honor.
That's your Pride Month pistol?
Yep.
As long as it's Pride and Honor Month.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Don't be a hater, Jason.
Pride and Honor pistol, and I like it.
Wait.
You
Don't
just
assume
got
I'm not
one,
hating.
and then you immediately got another one. And then you got rid of the first one.
Because I had to pay for the second one. I only need one Pride and Honor pistol.
Don't assume I'm just a
You have
hater.
2 hands, don't you?
I mean, I might need like the Glock 19 size Mete, but that's about it.
All right.
Like, in all seriousness, you guys should treat yourself to one of those TTI combats. Pretty cool.
I have a rival.
It's an inferior.
Speaking of camo.
Is this better, Jason?
Okay, no,
Couldn't afford to
inform
be
me
colored,
here. Is this a Glock? This is not a Glock. This has got a hammer on it. Okay, so what's this? A SIG? What is this?
Yeah, it's P226.
Okay,
Couldn't
but
afford
the
to
other
be
one, they weren't really Glocks, right? They were something else, right?
Yeah, they were
based on one.
No
Yeah,
Glocks.
they're gen.
Okay, well, in this particular instance, genuine imitation is better.
This one kind of hurts my soul a little. I gotta admit.
You couldn't afford color film on this one.
Yeah, it's an app. It's an extra app that I would have had to download. So
Yeah.
Sepia tone's only half price.
It's true.
It's moonlit.
Moon.
That one does hurt my soul.
That's a gun for if you go back in the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
This one will shine a little bit, though. This will bring out some color.
Before they invented color.
That's a cool
Defense Dad was asking with the 226, if you paid a little more, would it all came in one color?
Actually, it did come in one color, and then I bought the optic cut slide to go on it, and then it was in 2 colors. So it's been fixed from that.
The man with the golden grip.
And Bagwell.
Does this one upset you, Jason? Because this is striker fire, but it's a metal frame.
I'd be worried about a branch getting in there while you're shooting.
I'm soft in my old age. I'm not completely offended.
At least you don't have to worry about where you're going to pick up your mail because the mailbox is right up top.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was thinking the same thing.
So you get junk mail delivered on that thing?
Yeah, you don't have to go out. It's a half mile up to my mailbox. This way I get it right in my gun.
Yeah, and they're never open when you need them.
That is OB's actual P.O. box.
I like it. All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit now because we have this.
Oh, shit, Pat. Tornadoes on the ground?
Stay safe, Pat.
Stay in the bunker.
Sarge, you know you love that 226.
It hurts my soul a little. Not gonna lie.
Why? Because it's not yours?
In a SIG, I like the lines. I don't really like them in camouflage. Personal preference. That's all it is.
Now we know this is Obi's knife. We got fingerprints to prove it.
Does it have his name on it?
It's not orange.
Only his shirts are orange.
It's another black and white picture.
Yep.
And his underwear and his socks and all this other stuff.
I don't have orange socks.
The inside of his truck is all orange.
We could get you some for your birthday.
He only drinks orange soda.
Orange drank. Thank you very much.
Drank.
Drank with an A.
Or Benchmades.
Yep. That's the two versions of the Vector.
What's your Vector, Victor?
I don't know why they named both of these Vector, but they did.
Roger.
I mean, there are some similarities, but several differences too.
What similarity? That they're both Axis Lock and Benchmades?
They got the same grip. They're just
Similar design right around here, up the top and stuff like that.
Grips are very similar.
Same, well, no, not the same.
They're the
blade,
same, but different.
But
yeah.
All right. And then.
And then.
Oh, and then.
And then.
And then. Bet Gizzard doesn't know what that's from.
Bet you did.
All right, that's a cool knife.
That is a cool knife. I have its little brother.
You know what they don't have at Smoky Mountain Knife Works? Like the last several times I've been there? Those.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Microtex.
They had one at Shields last time I was in there.
They don't have any automatic bokers either.
What?
Yep.
What kind of story is this anyway?
And then. No, and then.
The buck stops here.
My daughter and I were going back and forth with that today. It was funny.
And then.
That's not your grandpa's buck there, was it?
No, that's the one.
What movie is that from?
Yeah.
Super Troopers.
No. What?
All right, so. Ooh. This is from Midnight Range TM. We're going to add a little bit of meat to this.
Whoa. And this is steak of the week.
Steak of the week.
The Mete.
How many clucks does this get?
Was it a mistake?
Nope. Got a sample in today of American Wagyu, and I thought I'd share the picture with you guys. It's pretty damn nice.
Yeah.
Can it be?
Are they allowed to call it Wagyu if it's American?
Yeah, it's a hybrid. It's a term. Like, so the American Wagyu is a hybrid of the Japanese Wagyu and American Angus. That's if you ever see American Wagyu, that's basically what it means. And this is cut off the chuck, and the chuck is usually, a lot of times it's ground or braised. But these are a Wagyu. They have a lot of marbling to them, and the chuck has a ton of flavor.
Oh yeah.
So when you cut a steak like this, it's if you've ever heard of a Denver steak, that's what this is. In Japan,
I've heard of a Denver omelet.
Same thing, but totally different.
Kind of like those knives.
Kind of like Bob Denver.
And in Japan, they'll cut them and they'll call them a pillow steak or what's called a zabuton. So they've got a good bite to them, almost like a New York does. New York has a good bite to it, but because it's so marbled, it's nice and moist. It stays tender. It's got a lot of flavor to it.
So in Japan, they eat it just like that as sushi.
It is one that would work as a tataki, but normally you'd see like a fillet done like that. But
they really eat that raw.
Oh yeah, sure, for sure, yeah. They'll shave it like super thin.
Now that's
go ahead.
Isn't that kind of like a good example of taking a meat that could be tough and cutting it right, and the marble and the fat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you didn't have enough marbling in it and you overcooked it, yeah, it would be really tough. And they actually are kind of weird if you undercook them too. Like if you cook that rare, it's got kind of an odd mouthfeel. But when you cook it like mid rare to medium, they're really, really good. And they have a
So
ton they're very rich.
If you cook it rare, it's kind of like snob. It's got a weird mouthfeel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
And it sounds weird. It says stuff like tar and ol. It's real weird.
Earl, tar,
Major,
Tarfar,
Major.
Blew out my tar and my neighbor.
That's the one that gets me. It's Major.
Major.
A lot of the stuff he says sounds like it's from here, except for a few of them. This is Major.
Okay, this is from Chris Lang, and it says Monstrum Hornet Reticle.
Ooh.
Okay. And then we have this from X Adam 1.
No in them.
Actually,
he's got himself an Icarus grip.
there are 5 different pictures here, so that's a first one. Here is number 2. Or at least in the order I received them anyway.
Ooh, an Apollo 11.
I'd like to have one.
Me too.
Oh, there's AirPods.
Look at how tiny optic looks on a 45 ACP.
Well, that's probably 9mm. So
blasphemy.
Matter of fact, I'll guarantee that's 9mm.
I guarantee it's 9mm.
Yeah, probably better be.
That's double stack blasphemy.
All right, and picture number 3.
I got one that really pisses Obi off. Speaking of that. There's one I have that makes up Obi mad.
Why?
Communists.
Oh, because it's a Springfield?
It's no big deal if you like gun shops in Illinois or whatever.
With an RMR.
It's about as least as the worries I have with it.
Okay, picture number 4.
A dagger.
Dagger.
Dagger with a magwell.
There you go, hillbilly.
That's probably one of the 3D.
Yeah,
That
that's
looks like it's one of the 3D printed ones.
that's the little one though, the micro, I believe.
How are you supposed to stab somebody with that?
But I do see it's got updated
Repeatedly.
Did anybody see the reel and or TikTok of the guy shooting his junk with a dagger?
Mm-mm.
No, but I saw the cop shoot that pedophile right in the junk.
Nice.
I missed this. I heard about it. I have to watch it.
And there's the last picture. A little bit of far.
A little bit far.
I heard somebody got mag dumped in the junk.
That's how you can see that 9mm is bad for the environment. It's burning the environment.
Hey, they had range day training for, I believe it was like prison guards here a couple weeks ago. And unfortunately, there was a fatal negligent discharge.
Okay, this is from Chris Lang.
Hogue.
Because she just talks right up, passes right over it. I'm sorry that happened.
Oh, it's okay. He was a prison guard, man. He was probably dirty on the take anyway.
Nice knife.
And one last one here, and this is from Jason Stewart. Then we will end the Gorn segment with this.
Bet it's not plastic.
Well, maybe I would.
It's either going to be a polymer or metal frame.
It's a funny looking 9mm.
Well, geez, that's not very bright. Here's what a good old fashioned Rock Island looks like.
Good old RIA.
So they're really dark, is what you're telling me.
Gizzard doesn't like those RIAs.
I don't either. This is a nice little gun, though, man. Got the concealed carry cut on the bottom. Shoots great. Fitment's great. Nice gun.
Goes boom when you pull the trigger.
They really are pretty good entry level 1911s.
Oh, I was just teasing. That's not a Rock Island.
I couldn't tell. The picture was so dark.
That's because it was a Nighthawk.
Is that the one you stole?
Deal hell, I paid good money for that.
I meant the price was so cheap, you might as well have stolen it.
Depends on your definition of cheap, Rich.
It was cheaper than normal.
Yeah, I got it for, let's see, I got it for about 800 or 1,000 less than normal.
Yeah, I told the deal on that.
But normal was $4,000, so you put it where you want.
Like to remind everybody that after this show, please tune in to the weekly 2A wrap-up on either the gun websites or the Daily Gun Show YouTube channels. And there should be a redirection in the text chat as soon as this show gets over with. So don't forget to watch that. All right, so let's go ahead and segue to our last segment of the show. We call that What Did You Learn? And we'll go through the panel.
Can I go first?
You can go first if you like. Yes, sir.
I learned that Gizzard watched a very good movie and that Gizzard is going to watch another good movie this week.
Yes.
With The Wolf of Wall Street.
That's correct. All right. You got anything you want to promote?
Trying to finish editing my Anderson Frontline QR quad rail, old school quad rail, 10.5-inch pistol, which impressed me. It is smooth as can be. It's a very good little AR-15.
All right.
If you haven't seen it, I got my other video on the Gerson 1911, which, not gonna lie, I know we were just joking about Rock Islands. This that Gerson, that's the first one that I ever really got to shoot a lot. Actually, pleasantly surprised. It's better than the entry level rocks that I had a few times. I had a few of before. It's a pretty solid gun especially for the price. So watch that video if you get a chance.
All right, will do. And thank you for being here.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to G Webs because I know he needs to get out of here and get ready for his show here in a few minutes. So G Webs, what did you learn this evening?
I think I'm going to go with that you keep a ham radio within arm's reach. I didn't know about that. We'll have to chat about that sometime.
Okay. I have a new one too we can talk about. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting, and thanks for the plugs for the show and for the and for the store. Appreciate it each week.
You bet. Thanks for being here. And
since I'll also plug Gizzard's got a Amazon, so anybody that wants to, or anybody that is planning to buy something on Amazon, you don't have to buy just the stuff that's in his store. You can just go over to Gizzard's store. Consider that your front door. Just go in and buy whatever you're going to buy, and that going through Gizzard's front door there gives him a little cut, and that gives him a chance to buy more knives, and that makes him happy.
There you go. Well, thank you very much for that. And like I say, go check out the weekly 2A wrap-up after this. And, well, since we're at the bottom of the panel, let's keep going that way. 2 Live Moo, what did you learn?
I learned that next week you'll be able to get all of our movie quotes from Wolf of Wall Street. And Midnight Range TM he knows all about mouthfeel with undercooked beef.
Wow.
He's the one that said it.
Okay. Anything you'd like to promote while you're on there?
No, not really. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks for being here. Jason Stewart, what did you learn?
Oh, I learned that Moo's a very modest man and doesn't want to take credit, but the whole time Moo just sat here and learned all your play calls. So that's what he did for this week. But no, I didn't learn a whole lot other than that. It's good to hang out with y'all. I had a good time. Saw some really nice stuff on Gorn.
You got anything you want to promote while you're in here?
Freedom.
Absolutely. Freedom.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for being here. Let's go to Hillbilly. What did you learn?
Oh, man. I learned that hopefully next week you'll be wanting to day trade stocks after watching Wolf of Wall Street.
I think that would actually
like, hey, put that money over my account. I can do better than you do.
What was you gonna say, Obi?
I think that would actually dissuade you from wanting to day trade.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Hillbilly's the wolf of YouTube.
There you go. So what have you got coming up, Hillbilly?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, tomorrow night we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. So if you ain't doing nothing, swing by and say howdy. And again, I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks for being here. Justin Grimm, what'd you learn?
I learned that we all pretty much like the same comedians.
Yeah, we're kind of that way.
Yeah, that's pretty common. Good.
Thanks for having me on tonight. Great
Anything
seeing
you'd like
everybody
to
out there in the
plug,
side
or-
chat.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or plug while you're in here?
No, not that I can think of. Just like I said again, thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here as always. All right, so Rich White, what did you learn?
Well, I learned, but wasn't surprised by this fact that Gary does not know where the line "and Dan" came from. So disappointing.
And then, all right, you got anything coming up this weekend?
No, I got to get up early Monday. I mean, real early. We got to be up in Pittsburgh by like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So we got to leave here early. So there's not going to be a This Week Unloaded this week. But be sure to catch the Crazy Scotsman. He is going to be doing his show at 7 p.m. Eastern on the excuse me, Scottish American channel. So you can check him out.
That's called Foreign and Domestic.
Yes, the show is Foreign and Domestic. Oh, yeah. I don't know what hit me, but something did.
Oh. All right. Well, thanks for being here.
Yep.
And last, but certainly not least, Obnoxious One, what did you learn?
I learned that Hillbilly is actually referred to in some circles as the forest puppy of Wall Street.
What do you got coming up, buddy?
Oh, coming up, I don't know, but I did release my Anderson Frontline video today, so you should definitely go check that out. It's the 11.5 inch. Gave a few shots of it. without the whisper pickle, and then we put the whisper pickle on for the rest of it.
Cool. Can't wait to see it. And of course, I'm a channel member, so
you get to see it a whole day early because
that's right.
because
I don't have to wait.
That one just pretty much got edited and uploaded to be released like the next day. So.
Awesome. Look forward.
But there's a lot of stuff you can go on there that has got some release dates out, and if I get stuff done before that, it'll go up there, and channel members always get a first look at it.
That's right. You're good about that, giving us channel members plenty of gravy. All right. Well, thank you for being here as always. So,
Again, I'm contractually obligated, but
it's true. But you do your job well. You're the best co-host I've ever had. So,
he's sleeping, so you're probably safe, and he's definitely not going to watch this.
I pray he don't watch this show anyway. I wouldn't. I don't watch it either. But anyway, as for me, I've got. I didn't learn anything, but I do have plenty of knives to review. I just got 2. Is it yesterday or today from Civivi to review? That's going to be released this next week. Believe that's the RS-71 and the Primitrox. You know the names, but you haven't seen the knives yet. So I've got 2 that were sent to me by Kaiser to review. And that is the Kaiser Feist and the Kaiser Justice. And then I just got from Ron Wayne today, he just sent me a Kershaw hot wire. So got several things to review here. So look for that stuff. Of course, daily knife shorts. Don't forget channel members. The members only chat every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And we will have Fowl Territory this next week. And that will be on Friday at 9 p.m. Central. So thanks to everybody for watching out there. The people right here on YouTube, also those on Facebook and X. Appreciate you watching if you watch on replay. And so anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for the chats and everything, for all the corn. And thanks to everybody out there on the panel for making it a wonderful show. And like to remind everybody that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms,
kick them in the dingleberries.
And something like that. You can do that too. Anyway, this is Gizzard Gary, and before I roll these end credits, I want to let my panel have one last chance to say goodbye to you. And until next week.
Goodbye to you. And until next week, be safe.
Goodbye to you.
Don't ever say the words, I hope your sister likes it.
What about, can you say, I know your sister likes it?
No, I don't suggest that either.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to see where we're at here.
And don't ever say, I wish your mama kissed like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too smart either.
Sometimes the most important thing to know when you host a show is when to end it.
Really do is to lean over and go, your sister likes it, just like try to hold on for 8 seconds.
Is this over?